This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 1, and it reads, Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate, and I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Shai, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in their time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, and thy hills, and in thy valley, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. And I will make thee a perpetual desolation, and thy city shall not return. And ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast said, These two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and I will possess it, whereas the Lord Yahweh was there. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh power, I will even do according to thy anger and according to thy envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, They are laid desolate, they are given us to consume. Thus with your mouth have ye boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus said the Lord Yahweh power, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Bahashem Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to my elder apostles, elder bishops, elders at Great Millstone that rule well, that teach well, that taught me this truth. Peace, love, and salutation to the Ba'af Tawadah, which is the host of David, which is the elect, Shalom. Shalom to Sincere Akim or Sincere Aquaf that follow the line wherever it goes. Shalom. This is your brother Yanaga from the Providence, Rhode Island camp. Coming back to you again with another one. The inspiration of this video came from the beloved elder Manatazakba from South Carolina, '08. Okay. It says GMS South Carolina 08. Watch, share, and subscribe. And the title of his video is Esau, White Guilt, Lamentations, hashtag Hebrew Israelite, hashtag reparation, hashtag slavery, right? Going into the guilt of Esau, Edom, man, because again, Esau, Edom, they know that they have to pay, right? Now, these are, peon Edomites, right? Lower level tier Edomites, but ultimately, we who have the hopeful elect, okay, we want the creme de la creme, man, okay, in slavery. We want the creme de la creme in chains. We want the creme de la creme, okay, being put into captivity, man, which is what? The elites, man, the ruling class banking families, because they have to pay for what they have done, man, to the children of Israel, man, okay? And there's nothing that can save these Edomites, man, right? From being put into captivity, being put into slavery, and ultimately being Obadiah 1 and 18, man. Okay? So we're going to get into it because, again, the scripture also say, right, that his children shall seek to please the poor, man. All right? So you're going to have Edomites now. You got a couple, you got Israelites that look like Edomites, right? But again, our seed has been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, right? But these Edomites, right, these self-proclaimed white men, they have to pay for what their people have done to the children of Israel, man. All right? And the true biblical Hebrew Israelites are you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right? So again, Esau's white guilt and lamentation, man. Okay, because it's kicking in, man. Remember, Yahweh Shai got his victory. Everything in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual realm, Yahweh Shai got his victory, man. So it's gonna play out on earth, man. And these Edomites are perpetually condemned through the spirit, man. All right. So real quick, let's get to it. All right. Before we play that video, is YouTube disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Fair use.
Hat right here says freedom, 250 years. That's right. 1776 to 2026. That's today. Sounds real noble, don't it? People see me in this hat and they see a white man with a southern drawl and they think they know exactly what I stand for. Sometimes they come up to me and they say, Dixon, why you hate white people? So let me get one thing straight right now so we don't have to visit it again. I don't fucking hate white people. I am white. I ain't got no goddamn guilt complex. I'm proud to be white. I ain't got no problem with my damn skin. My mama was white. What I absolutely despise, though, is white fucking behavior. Why? I'm ashamed of our greed, of our white narcissism, and this sickness of Christian fascism that is rotting us from the inside out. We wave this flag and holler about patriotism, but using a system to keep one race in power over everybody else ain't patriotism. That's a betrayal. We are so terrified of our own history that we banning books and hiding behind censored curriculums, praying the world doesn't see the blood on our foundation. Y'all want the receipts? Look in your own damn wallet. We carry the proof of America's original sins in our pockets every day like a lucky charm. Look at the $20 bill on Andrew Jackson. Look at there. Folks down here treat him like a hero. But let's be brutally honest. You're worshiping at the altar of a racist devil. He wasn't just some tough guy. He was a human trafficker who used the United States military to steal millions of acres from native people just to expand the empire of slavery. And it don't stop with the $20 bill. Look at George Washington on the $1 bill. Jefferson on the $2 bill. These men wrote all men are created equal while keeping hundreds of human beings in chains. We built a holy trinity out of morally bankrupt narcissists who treated human life like currency. We celebrated white greed as a virtue. And this wannabe dictator Trump, he's just the newest messiah of that exact same fucking disease. You know, white people like to talk about civilization like we brought it here on a fucking boat. Please. Hell, the Aztecs are building cities cleaner and more sophisticated than anything in Europe. They gave us the crops that kept the world from starving. And how did we pay them? We stole their gold. Then we stole their blueprints for democracy to write our own constitution. And let's look at the black soul, the truth white America really wants to skip. Because if we admit what black folks actually did, white genius looks like a fucking lie. Black people didn't just create the swamps and build the White House. They designed the modern world. You're watching me on a cell phone right now because of Jesse Russell, a black man, pioneered digital cellular technology. You survived surgery because Charles Drew figured out the blood bank. We are living in a house designed by the minds we tried to cage, and we're still trying to ban the authors who wrote the truth about it. This is the white intellectual bankruptcy. You know, my daddy and I used to hunt a lot. Let me tell you universal truth. When the rabbit's got the gun, it ain't no fun. The people we spent 400 years hunting have taken hold of the narrative, and white America is terrified. You're scared to death that black and brown people want to do to us what we've done to them. You're projecting your own violent heart onto them, hoping for a payback that fits your bloodthirsty history. But here's the raw, unvarnished truth about black people. They don't want revenge. They never did. That's a white fantasy born out of guilt. They just want to live their fucking lives without asking your permission. They just want what's fair. Basically, they want to just be left the fuck alone. We're so scared of a monster we created in our own heads that we weaponize the system against them. And white women, You've played the innocent victim for 4 fucking centuries. But your fake tears have been death warrants for entire communities, from Tulsa to Emmett Till. And I don't give a fuck if it hurts you. And I don't give a fuck if I'm a man telling you, because I'm coming down on our white men too. You are the weapon that makes the system work. You don't believe me? Look up fucking Tulsa. Look up fucking Rosewood. White women tears created that shit. So white America, we've tried everything else. We tried hate. We tried fear. We tried dominating everyone who doesn't look like us, and it's failed us. Isolation is death. When you cut off the flow of diversity, you aren't just starving your neighbors, you are tying a tourniquet around the veins of our democracy. Fact. America is diversity. Our strength wasn't in our walls, it was in our ability to fuse different minds into something unstoppable. Love is the most powerful, untapped, revolutionary resource in our entire fucking universe. It is the only thing that can turn a broken system into a sanctuary. I do this work because I love my people enough to tell them the fucking truth. Look in the fucking comments. Tell me if you see any fucking white people. They all run from you like little fucking cockroaches. We have to bury the fucking lie. We have to reclaim our humanity as white people. This Freedom 250 hat, stick it up your fucking ass, because America ain't never been fucking free. All right? Because as the great Fannie Lou Hamer said, nobody's free. That includes you, white America, until everybody's free. Let that penetrate your little fucking minds. The dawn is coming, and the choice is yours.
You wanna know why the world is the way it is today? Because white people ruined everything. Literally everything.
Okay, we'll stop it right there for the sake of time, right? But again, right, this is it, man. Okay, judgment is going to proceed. Yahweh Bashim Ashai is going to bring that judgment. Motherfucker, what's it? Hold on, let me grab that here. I just quoted it. Right, this is Job chapter 20, verse 10, and it reads, it says, that his children shall seek to please the poor. Who is the poor, man? Okay, the Israelites, man. It says, and his hand shall restore their goods. So they're gonna try to seek to please us by a way of, guilt and lamentation, right? But as a judge, right? And give us things, what I'm saying. But we understand that everything that is given to us is of the Lord, man. It's not because of this damn devil, man. All right. The Lord has provided us with what we need, man. All right. He has nourished us, right? Up until this point. Now it's time for the salvation for the elect. Okay. Because the Lord is going to deliver us from the destruction that's going to come upon this side of the earth, and ultimately all 4 corners of the earth, but mainly here in Babylon the Great, aka America, man. Okay, but the point, going back to the point, okay, Job 20 and 10, right? This is also a tactic, man. This is also a subtle tactic, man. Scripture say never trust thy enemy, man. Okay, but matter of fact, what's that scripture? Show no mercy. Let's get that. St. James. Judgment without mercy. Without mercy. Right. This is James chapter 2, verse 13, and it reads, for he shall have judgment without mercy that have shown no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment, man. Okay. So ain't no crying your way out of this judgment. Ain't no way of lamenting. It's no lamentation long enough, okay, that can get you out of this judgment, man. You have to go through this, man. Okay. You have to go through this, man. Okay, you put your hands on the Lord's people, right? You're going to pay, man. Okay. You're going to pay this, you Esau eater, man. You self-proclaimed white man, right? Okay, you're going to have to pay for what all your forefathers have done all throughout the 4 corners of the earth to the children of Israel, man. All right? You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? The true biblical Hebrew Israelites, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to avenge you by putting your enemy into captivity, man, which is Esau Edom, man. All right? Let's go. Because look at what they done to the whole entire world, man. Look at what they done. Isaiah 24:4, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The hardy people of the earth do languish. Okay? Everything around us is dying, man. Everything around us is on the brink of death, man, because of these damn devils, man, and how they rule the earth, man. Right? So it's only best that the earth needs new management, man. Okay? It says, verse 5, the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the law, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. All right? So again, this is what they've done, man. Everything is changed out of course. Okay? It says, verse 6, therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Okay? Let's see. Let me grab the scripture. This is Isaiah 82:5, and it reads, it says, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course, man. So everything is out of course, man. Okay, and you could thank the damn devil, Esau, Edom, right? The self-proclaimed white man for making everything right side up, upside down, man. Okay. People all have different types of disease and shit. Okay, people going through all types of complication and trauma, and your Arcadian rhythm messed up, right? Everything is being poisoned. The food is being poisoned. Somebody has to answer for all of these things, man. And not only that, but slavery too. You put your hand. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. This is Zechariah chapter 2, verse 8, and it reads, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nation which spoil you. Okay, this talking to the children of Israel, right? That they spoil us, man. They rob us, right? For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. Okay? And when your woman is your apple of your eye, she's close and dear and near to you, man. Right? Something that's precious, man. And you touch the apple of the Lord's eye. So therefore, you're going to have to pay for what you have done, man. Right? It says, for behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh of hosts have sent me, man. All right? So let's get that real quick. I'm not going to make this too long. Okay. Revelation chapter 13, verse 9, and it reads, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, man. And this is what we're longing for, man. This is what we're waiting for, man. And this is going to happen, man. All right? When those thermonuclear missiles be shot from one side of the earth to the other and make this place desolate, and the Lord beams up his elect into those chariots, who the world ignorantly call UFOs. When we come back down, man, it's going to be belt to ass, man. Okay? It's going to be belt to ass, feet to ass, feet to head. Okay? Y'all going to be head first into be thrown head first into captivity, man. All right? This is thus said the Lord, thus said the Bible, man. Okay? There's nothing you can escape your judgment, man. All right? This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 18, and it reads, verse 15. It says, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is near upon all the heathens. So it's not only Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man that had a hand in our downfall, but also these other heathen nations too as well, right? It says, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. It says, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathens drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and it shall be as though thou hast not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance. Okay? Only Mount Zion. He ain't saying no other nations, man. Although our people are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, they're Israelites, man. It says, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions, man. Okay? Possessions, man. Slaves, man. That's going to be a part of our inheritance. Okay? It's a part of the second covenant, man. Okay? It's a part of the promise, man. Okay? Slaves, inheritance, possessions, man. It says, verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai have spoken it, man. Okay? So point blank, or period, right? Straight to the point, right? Real, raw, and uncut, right? Judgment is going to be brought to you Edomites, man, and you are going to be in captivity, man. Okay? Thus said the Lord, thus said the Bible, man. So with that, okay, giving all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Okay, pray, keep your medicine strong, as the elder apostle Rakah would say, and praying for the men, women, and children of the hopeful elect that's seeking Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in truth and sincerity. And with that, shalom to the elect. Shalom.